Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the WWE 2K24 Universe Mode series as we continue the road to WrestleMania, and we're closing in on the show, only a couple of weeks away now. But Roman Reigns is here on Friday Night SmackDown. So last week we heard Bray Wyatt issue the challenge from the Fiend for the Tribal Chief. The Fiend would like to see the Tribal Chief inside the Firefly Funhouse at WrestleMania for a Firefly Funhouse match. But Roman Reigns is making his way to the ring and he's going to address the challenge given by Bray Wyatt. Will Roman Reigns accept the challenge, or is that beneath him? The Tribal Chief won back his Ula Fala and he thought that he would be climbing back to the top of the mountain to regain the championship. But it seems like he's on a different course.
Bray, Wyatt, let me make one thing clear. The Tribal Chief works on his own time. I show up when I want to show up. I don't answer to you. But you want my attention, Bray? You got it. For weeks now, you've been playing your little games, sending messages. Hiding in the shadows like a coward. You got Uncle Howdy creeping around. Lights cutting out every time I step in this ring. And I've had enough. You think I don't remember SummerSlam 2020? I remember it very well. I came back and I took what was mine. You? You were never built for the weight of being the guy. And that's why you fell apart. That's why you got erased. But now you want to drag me into your twisted little world? Nah, I don't play those games. But I'll tell you what I do. I fight. So, WrestleMania, Firefly Funhouse match, I accept.
Oh, hold on. Not this again. Well, Roman Reigns has accepted. But what's going on here? Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit creepy. Roman Reigns could feel the presence over his shoulder. These two just staring each other down now. And, whoa, hold on a second. Roman Reigns went into charge at Bray Wyatt, but the lights have gone out again. And what? And Bray Wyatt's gone again. And Roman Reigns left all alone in the ring once more. That's exactly what Bray Wyatt said to him during last week's promo as he issued the challenge. And well, Roman Reigns, he looked like he wanted to say something, but he's heading out of it. Well, the Tribal Chief has accepted the challenge, so we will see him at WrestleMania, but he will be going up against the Fiend inside the Firefly Funhouse.
Do you know what real pain is? I'm not talking about the kind of pain you feel when you lose a match, when you get put through a table, when you get hit with a steel chair. I mean real pain. The kind that sits in your chest, that eats you alive, that rots away everything you are until there's nothing left. I feel that pain every single day. For years, the bloodline held this company hostage. For years, they stole that championship and refused to let it go. And for years, I tried to take it from them. But every time they found a way to screw me over. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and Jey Uso. And where was Sami Zayn? Where was my best friend? Where was the guy I trusted? He was right there, standing next to them, laughing in my face, doing nothing while they tried to end my career. And not just him. Triple H, the so-called King of Kings. He did nothing too. He sat behind his little desk making his little matches while the bloodline ran this company into the ground. While I was left to fight them alone, he let it happen. So I made a choice. On SmackDown, after the Royal Rumble, I finally put an end to it. I put an end to Triple H when I pile drove his skull into the mat and took away the last thing he had left, his career, because I wanted him to feel my pain. And then last week, I did the same thing to Sami Zayn. Sami, you had one job. You had one damn job. And I told you, I tried to tell you, all you had to do was hold on to that title. You and me, champion versus champion, the biggest match of our careers, on the grandest stage of them all. And for a moment, for a second, I actually believed in you. I actually thought, maybe just maybe, you wouldn't screw it up this tea time. But guess what? You did screw it up. You proved me right. Again. Because that's who you are, Sammy. That's who you've always been. A failure. A choke artist. A guy who gets so close to greatness but always finds a way to throw it all away. And that's why, when you lost to Jey Uso, when you let the bloodline take that championship back, I had to make sure you finally felt what I feel. The real pain, the kind of pain that doesn't go away. I wanted to break your spine, Sammy. I wanted to take everything from you. Your title, your career, your ability to stand. I wanted you to understand what it's like to have your heart ripped out of your chest. Because that's what you did to me. And now, look at me, the true WWE champion. The man who should be standing in the main event of WrestleMania. But here's the problem. I might not even be at WrestleMania now. Because of you, Sammy. Because of you, there's nobody left. There's nobody stupid enough to step up. The roster knows what's good for them. They know that if they come for MME, I will put them down. And Sammy, you had your chance. You had your shot at greatness, and you lost it. So now, I want you to sit at home. I want you to sit on your couch and watch WrestleMania at home with ice packs on your spine, staring at your empty hands and realizing that you did this to yourself.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we have the WWE Tag Team Champions, The New Day, making their way down to the ring. So last week, Xavier Woods suffered a loss due to the fact that Big E caused a distraction. His music played, his Titantron started, but Big E didn't actually appear, and the distraction alone seemed to be enough to cost Xavier Woods his matchup against Andrade. But now Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are heading into the ring and have a message for the WWE Universe just 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. Let's see what the WWE Tag Team Champions have got to say.
Wait. Hold on just a second. Nah. Something ain't adding up here. We just proved that we are still the best tag team on this roster, still the greatest duo to ever do this. And y'all are booing us?
That don't make no sense. See, this is what we've been talking about. Y'all should be out here celebrating us. We got back to the top. We won these WWE Tag Team Championships all by ourselves. But instead of celebrating your boys, The New Day, you're out here acting like we're the villains.
You know what? I think I figured it out. I know exactly why y'all are acting like this. It's not about us. It's about him. Y'all are doing this because of Big E.
Oh, so that's what it is. Y'all riding for Big E now? Is that it? Big E, the same man who abandoned us? No, don't boo me. Let's talk about the truth, all right? Y'all want to sit there and act like Big E is some kind of victim? Like we turned our backs on him?
Nah, man, let's break it all the way down. Let's go back to where it all started, when Big E broke his neck. Yeah, we were right there for him. We supported him. We had his back. But what did he do? Instead of coming back to his family, the same family that carried his name while he was gone, he left us in the dust.
That's right. And while we were out here putting in work, grinding every single night, while we fought through every setback, every injury, every team that tried to stop us, where was Big E? Huh? Where was he? Sitting at home, watching from the sidelines, and the second we reclaim our gold, the second we step back into the spotlight, Big E wants to show up and act like we owe him something.
And now, all of you people want to boo us, but cheer him? Y'all should be booing Big E. Y'all should be booing the man who turned his back on his brothers. He didn't come back for us, he came back for himself. Because that's what Big E is. Selfish.
You want to talk about betrayal? You want to talk about backstabbing? We never betrayed Big E. Big E betrayed us when he decided that we weren't good enough for him anymore.
And we ain't scared of Big E, no sir. You want to play mind games? You want to stare us down like some kind of monster? Nah. We see you, E. We see what you're trying to do. But let's get something real clear. This ain't your story anymore. This is our time. And at WrestleMania, if you even think about stepping in our way, we'll do what we should have done a long time ago, put you down for good.
And then maybe, just maybe, all these people will finally wake up and realize that the New Day didn't change. Big E did.
So Andrade versus Randy Orton. Here we go, the bell rings. We're going to lock up straight away here with the Viper, sending Andrade into the corner. Randy Orton has become so dangerous after this last year, delivering punt kicks to the like of Paul Heyman and Dustin Rhodes so far in this Universe Mode series. So Andrade has got to keep that in mind here tonight. He could be at the receiving end of one of those punt kicks, and then his WrestleMania dreams will pretty much be all but over. As now Randy Orton looking to wear out Andrade, but Andrade able to slide on out of that hold. Randy Orton remaining in control right now, just sending Andrade to the outside. And Randy Orton just gazing and staring down at a fallen Andrade here. Now the referee trying to stop Randy Orton from heading to the outside of the ring. But Randy just ignoring the referee here. And a big drop kick delivered. As Andrade is struggling a little bit here tonight against the Viper. So Randy Orton with Andrade up on his shoulders and dropping him face first onto the apron. The hardest part of the ring, but Andrade finds a reversal. He's going to fight back here. As Randy Orton decides to take things back in between the ropes. Andrade slowly making his way back into the ropes as well. So this pace is exactly what Randy Orton would want in this type of matchup. Very slow, very methodical. Whereas Andrade would want to look to try and increase the pace of this match. That's definitely going to bode well for him, better for him. As now Randy Orton still remaining in control. Big kick to the midsection. Targeting those ribs and a big clothesline as well. Andrade cannot seem to get out the gate so far. Randy Orton is getting the crowd behind him as well. As Randy heads up to the top rope. We don't see this very often. Randy Orton into a big elbow drop off of the top rope, perhaps trying to send a message to Andrade. But Andrade back to his feet and into a quick Hurricane Rana. That's exactly what Andrade needs to do, is increase the pace of this matchup. As he's looking to do so here. Randy Orton, a big drop kick, but landed on his feet. That's impressive stuff. A bit of a backflip in there. Driving Randy Orton into the corner. And Andrade now looking to turn the tables in this matchup. He's slowing the pace down though. He probably wants to keep that pace going. As now Andrade off with a springboard moonsault off the top rope into the cover to pin the Viper Randy Orton, but no. Just a 1 count found. Andrade every single time he's in the ring. He seems to put on one heck of a show. So versatile, always coming up with new moves as well. Big kicks to the midsection now of Randy Orton. There's now Randy sliding to the outside, but you're not going to be safe there as Andrade over the top rope, wiping out the Viper. Andrade's feeling it right now. And he's beginning to get himself into this matchup, but a big clothesline by Randy Orton just puts a halt to all of that momentum. And another clothesline as well for good measure. And the Viper, as sadistic as he has been, you have to wonder whether there's anything that he has planned here tonight. But Andrade finds a reversal. Big strikes here, and well, the Viper's been busted wide open here. Seems to have just woken him up a little bit though. As Randy just throws Andrade towards the barricade there. And Randy Orton listening to those voices in his head. Andrade needs to get back to his feet here. The referee on an 8 count, almost a 9 count here. Randy Orton thinks he's got the victory, but Andrade quickly back into the ring, and oh my word, Randy Orton caught into the hammerlock DDT, and this could be all over. Randy thought he had the victory, but Andrade, no. Couldn't quite get the pinfall onto Randy Orton, and into another springboard, this time off the bottom rope. Well, Andrade is getting the crowd behind him here, and again into another springboard. Andrade just showing off his skills and his talent right now. Up to the top rope he goes. Andrade into a moonsault off of the top rope and into the cover once more to pin the Viper. Can he do it? No. Big kick out found by Randy Orton this time. Andrade could be closing in on a victory here. And well, Randy Orton went in for a big clothesline, but he got caught into that DDT. Andrade using his pace and really quickening the pace of this matchup. Off with the second rope this time, but just missing out on that big body splash. Randy Orton saw it coming this time. Now Randy Orton gonna slow the pace of the match down. Big kicks to the midsection and another clothesline. just looking to wear out Andrade here tonight. As Randy Orton with Andrade up and hangs him up on the top rope. As now Randy Orton just going to target the hand, stomping away at the hand there. Stomping on the fingers of Andrade. And now Randy Orton, what's he thinking about now? Into another submission hold here, looking to wear out Andrade once more, but Andrade able to stay in this one. Now these two in the middle of the ring, gonna drop bombs on each other. Well, I'm sure that Randy Orton wouldn't have expected this kind of fight from Andrade here tonight. But he's being pushed to his limits once more. Randy Orton getting the upper hand momentarily. Dropping bombs on each other, but who's going to be the last man standing here between these two? Neither man giving an inch. Andrade getting the upper hand now. My goodness. These two could go all night, I think. And here we go, laying into each other. Neither man backing down. Oh my goodness. Evenly matched here. Oh my God. Andrade. Hammerlock DDT connecting once more. Into the cover he goes. This could be it. Randy Orton to get pinned. No. Andrade a split second away from getting a massive victory over Randy Orton. Andrade now going to head up to the top rope once again. He could be thinking about another moonsault here. Connecting. No, he's not quite connected. I thought he had. But Randy Orton moved at the last possible second. Now Randy Orton backing up into the corner. Luckily for Andrade, he's back to his feet into a big clothesline. Because Randy could have been thinking about that punt kick. And now, Randy Orton just going to look to wear out Andrade a little bit more now, targeting the knee of Andrade. Trying to take out the high-flying ability of the luchador. And now Randy Orton into the RKO. This has got to be all over. Randy Orton for a massive victory before WrestleMania. And Randy Orton escapes by the skin of his teeth. Well, Randy Orton, a big victory for him heading towards WrestleMania. And hold on a second, Randy just cleaning himself up here, and he's grabbing a microphone now.
You know, it's been 2 weeks since Cody Rhodes decided to crawl out of whatever dark hole he's been hiding in and pour his heart out to the world. And I gotta say, I loved it. The pain in his voice, the anger, the regret, the hatred in his eyes. God, it was beautiful. But you want to know what I loved even more, Cody? The feeling of your brother's skull caving in underneath my boot. The feeling of his body going limp the second my foot collided with his head. The silence that followed when reality set in that Dustin Rhodes was done. That feeling, Cody, that was euphoric. But if I'm being honest, it was also a little bittersweet, because as good as it felt to crush your brother's skull, I can't help but think about the one thing that would have made it even better. I wish I could drag your father, Dusty Rhodes, down from heaven myself. Or I don't know, out of hell, just so I could punt kick him too. You see, Cody, you are nothing. Your brother is nothing. Your name means nothing. And Dusty was nothing but a fat old man who got lucky in an era full of nobodies. And if he was still breathing, I'd send him to the grave myself.
Oh my God, hold on a second, that's Cody Rhodes. Well, Randy Orton, I think he went a step too far here tonight. Clearly listening to those voices in his head, but Cody Rhodes... Oh, a reversal found there by Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes is letting out his inner Homelander once again, and the last time we saw this, Randy Orton was left on the shelf for a good few months, but now Randy Orton getting the upper hand here over Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton just beating down Cody Rhodes here, and this is the first time we've seen the Homelander version of Cody Rhodes actually suffer any kind of beating. Now Randy Orton in the corner here, asking Cody Rhodes to bring it. Cody Rhodes just missing out on that one. Randy Orton able to step to the side, but Cody Rhodes now. Cody Rhodes targeting the knee of Randy Orton. Really trying to just wear down the Viper. And now Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes just beating Randy down.
You want to talk about my family? You want to talk about my father, about my brother? Well, Randy, this one's for them.
Hold on a second. He's not going to do it, is he? Cody Rhodes with the punt kick to Randy Orton. What have we just seen? Well, is Randy even going to make it to WrestleMania? I'm not sure. But Cody Rhodes seems like he's proud of his work now and got his revenge. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show this evening, and we have the United States Champion out here at ringside. So it is Penta making his way down to the ring. So we learned last week that Penta will be facing off against LA Knight at WrestleMania to defend his United States Championship for the first time. So that will be the third time that we see Penta and LA Knight going head to head. Penta with one victory, LA Knight also with one victory. So you could say that this match at WrestleMania will be the tying the bow on this feud, perhaps. But Penta now, as he enters the ring, has a message for the WWE Universe. Let's see what Penta has got to say.
Escuchen bien. Tonight we celebrate history, amigos. At the Royal Rumble, I arrive. In WWE, I made my name known. And 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, I become your new United States Champion. But this was not easy. 2 weeks ago, I had LA Knight beat. Sí, lo tenía vencido. But then, Chad Gable, the little raton, tried to rob me with a steel chair. But guess what? No pasó, cabrón. Because Penta fought back. Penta does not quit. Penta, cero miedo. And now, I stand before you as champion. But let me tell you something, LA Knight. You remember the first time we fight? Sí, ese día, yo cometí un error. That night, I had you beaten, but instead of finishing the job, I celebrate. I let my emotion take over and you caught me slipping. But 2 weeks ago, no mistake, no distraction. Just Penta, lucha libre, y la victoria.
Hold on a second. Well, it's the #1 contender to the United States Championship. It is LA Knight making his way down to the ring. Clearly he has a message for the champion as he approaches the ring. Let's see what LA Knight has got to say to Penta.
Let me talk to you. That's real cute, Penta. Real cute. You want to sit there, talk about your victory, act like you earned something? But what I saw, was Chad Gable stick his nose where it didn't belong. And you just happened to get lucky. But don't worry, because I took care of that little problem last week when I beat Chad Gable and sent him packing. Yeah. So now, we ain't got to worry about no distractions, no excuses, no nothing. Because at WrestleMania, it's just me, you, and that United States Championship. And let me tell you something, Penta. That title belongs to me. Yeah, I held it before, I'll hold it again. And in front of the world at WrestleMania, I take back what's rightfully mine.
Hold on a second. Well, it's the man that LA Knight was stating that he felt he had put in the rearview mirror. It is Chad Gable, the former United States Champion.
Excuse me? Are we just going to act like the last 6 months didn't happen? LA, Knight, let's get something straight. Your little win over me was a fluke. I had you right where I wanted you. I had the match won. But Julius, my guy, he just got a little too eager to help me out. That's all that happened. And as for you, Penta, you know damn well that if I hadn't softened you up 2 weeks ago, you wouldn't be standing here with that championship. So let's be real. I deserve another shot. WrestleMania needs Chad Gable.
All right. Enough talking. Gable, you say you deserve another shot, then next week you're going to get one last chance. It'll be Chad Gable versus Penta. No, this is not a title match because Gable, if you win, the match at WrestleMania becomes a triple threat for the United States Championship. But if you lose, then it stays L.A. Knight versus Penta one-on-one. No second chances, no excuses.
Muy bien, Gable. Next week, you face Penta Cero Miedo, but this time, no mistakes, no distractions. And when I beat you, te mando directo al carajo.
Hey. Y'all go ahead and beat the hell out of each other next week, yeah? But just remember, when it's all said and done, it doesn't matter if it's one-on-one or a triple threat. At WrestleMania, I'm walking out with my title, and that's just a fact of life. Yeah.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move into the main event of the evening, and I have a very, very bad feeling about this. So, last week, Bayley backstage at the start of SmackDown seemed to bump into the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton, and Tiffany Stratton was pretty much just talking down to Bayley, and then Bayley began some mind games and some manipulation to try and convince Tiffany Stratton to this week in the main event defend her WWE Women's Championship against Bayley. Bayley's reasoning was the fact that she knows Sasha Banks all too well. She knows Sasha Banks better than anyone, so she thinks that she can emulate Sasha Banks' offense here tonight and just prepare Tiffany Stratton for the matchup at WrestleMania. But you have to wonder, does Bayley have something up her sleeve here? And here is the WWE Women's Champion. But is she going to be champion for much longer? Just before WrestleMania, she's decided to put her championship on the line to try and send a message to Sasha Banks that she's not afraid of anyone. And well, you have to wonder, is this a big mistake by Tiffany Stratton? Is she going to be walking into WrestleMania with that championship still around her waist? I guess we're going to find out in a moment's time here.
Introducing the challenger from San Jose, California, Bayley! And her opponent from Prior Lake, Minnesota, the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton!
So the WWE Universe well and truly behind Tiffany Stratton here tonight, but will it remain Tiffy time? Or will Bayley spoil the party here tonight? WWE Women's Championship on the line in our main event. Let's get this one started. So here we go, bell rings and we're underway here, and right out the gates, the aggression by Bayley on show here. She sends Tiffany Stratton into the corner. Well, Tiffany Stratton did also say to Bayley last week that she wasn't going to go easy on Bayley, but Bayley here, the aggression that she's displaying here, I'm not sure this is quite emulating the offense of Sasha Banks. Bayley may be in it for herself here tonight, but she slams Tiffany Stratton face first into the canvas. So Bayley in control of the champion right now, not to the pleasure of the WWE Universe here. This WWE Universe well and truly behind Tiffany Stratton. They want it to remain Tiffy time, I should say, all the way up until WrestleMania. But Bayley here with Tiffany Stratton on the ropes, delivering clubbing blows to the spine here. Here's Bayley. And Bayley is feeling it right now. She's in control of the champion, as now into the cover she goes. She's looking to get the victory here, perhaps. Maybe just testing out the WWE Women's Champion. But you have to wonder, is Bayley in this for herself? Does she have some sort of plan here tonight? Or is she actually trying to help out Tiffany Stratton? Because, I mean, Bayley has stated for a while that she's going to do whatever she can to make sure that Sasha Banks does not become the WWE Women's Champion. And Sasha Banks could do that at WrestleMania, but if Bayley is here able to prepare Tiffany Stratton to the best of her ability, then maybe, just maybe, Tiffany Stratton can remain the WWE Women's Champion after WrestleMania. Big slap to the face again by Tiffany Stratton. And the disrespect by the WWE Women's Champion to the challenger here. There's Tiffany Stratton now, stomping away at the fingers here. The referee's count is continuing here. Of course, there is champion's advantage. But Tiffany Stratton looking to head back into the ring, sending Bayley in first. And Tiffany Stratton now, well, the referee is onto an 8 count, and he's telling Tiffany to get back into the ring here. She does so. Well, she's caught by Bayley, but able to fight out the clutches. And now Tiffany Stratton driving Bayley down to the canvas. What is she planning here? And Tiffany Stratton just stretching out the shoulders there, trying to dislocate the shoulders of Bayley. Now Bayley back to her feet. That's Tiffany Stratton. Is she going to go for it? No. A reversal found by Bayley. A big chop, but a miss by Bayley there. As now she's taken over to the ropes. And a big reversal found again by Bayley. Well, these two, back and forth we go. Evenly matched here between the WWE Women's Champion and Bayley. Bayley has been on a losing streak of late. And that was also mentioned last week in the discussion between these two. As Bayley just tossing Tiffany Stratton across the ring here. And now Bayley, once again, another suplex. Dropping Tiffany Stratton on the back of her head. And now Bayley once more into another suplex. Bayley really taking the fight to Tiffany Stratton here tonight. Well, if Bayley can stop that losing streak here tonight, she could walk into WrestleMania as the WWE Women's Champion. As Bayley now, double axe handle to Tiffany Stratton, taking her down to the mat and driving her head into the mat as well. Bayley is really trying to put an end to the Women's Champion here, it seems like, as Bayley up on the top rope, looking for the elbow drop, connecting. Bayley for a new Women's Champion. Can she do it? Almost. Oh my God. Bayley looking very, very frustrated here. But she could be moments away from becoming the new Women's Champion. Tiffany Stratton in trouble. Rose plant connecting. Face first into the canvas. This has got to be it. New champion. No. Big kick out found by Tiffany Stratton, and Bayley cannot believe it. Well, it's starting to seem more and more like Bayley had some sort of plan here tonight, and I don't think it was actually to help Tiffany Stratton. But Tiffany finds a reversal, and now she's caught Bayley up on the shoulders. Tiffany Stratton rolling through and going for the pinfall. Could this be it? Tiffany Stratton for a big victory? No. Bayley is able to power out and get the shoulder up. Tiffany Stratton just blowing a kiss to the challenger here. Driving the shoulder into the midsection of Bayley. And Tiffany Stratton going to follow Bayley out to the outside. As now Tiffany Stratton with Bayley up on her shoulders once again, and this time driving her face first into the apron. Tiffany Stratton just targeting the legs now of Bayley. Bayley back to her feet. Tiffany Stratton finds a big kick to the midsection. And now Bayley just tossing Tiffany Stratton across the concrete floor here on the outside, just in front of the announce desk. And Bayley with a big right hand as well to follow. Bayley growing frustrated here. I think that she thought that she had this matchup won, and now she's just received a drop kick into the timekeeper's area. Tiffany Stratton could be about to retain the championship here. But Bayley, luckily for her, back to her feet, back into the ring we go. Bayley sending Tiffany Stratton off of the ropes. Big elbow to the jaw, and now into the cover she goes, looking to win the championship. Bayley, no! Tiffany Stratton able to power out. And now Bayley, what has she got planned here? The frustrations boiling over once again for Bayley. She felt as though maybe she should have had this championship won by now. And now off the rope she goes. Bayley looking for an elbow drop, but Tiffany Stratton able to avoid it this time. And Tiffany Stratton here looking to bring the fight back to Bayley. Now just targeting the knee. Tiffany Stratton looking to wear down the challenger here. And now Tiffany setting up a standing moonsault onto the challenger. And she's feeling it here, getting the crowd behind her. And she looks like she's going for it again here. Not sure that's the wisest decision, but she does connect with it. And now Tiffany Stratton heading up to the top rope, it seems like. What is she planning here? Tiffany Stratton trying to get the crowd behind her as she prepares for a big elbow drop off of the top rope. Tiffany Stratton could be closing in on the victory and retaining the championship here. What is she going for here? Well, Tiffany Stratton just cranking away at the shoulders of Bayley here. Tiffany Stratton just working the body of Bayley, but Bayley back to her feet, able to fight her way back into this one, at least for now. And another suplex dropping Tiffany Stratton on the back of her neck. All of these suplexes are surely going to BS toll, and oh my word, a massive strike there. Hold on a second. Oh my god. It can't be, surely not. She can't be here, can she? Tiffany Stratton could be in deep trouble right now. And Nia Jax with a steel chair off the face of Bayley. And this could be it. Bayley, off of the face of Tiffany Stratton. Bayley into the cover. Is this going to be enough here? Bayley for the victory over Tiffany Stratton. But only just. Tiffany Stratton gets the shoulder up. Oh my god. Well, could this be enough here? Could Nia Jax's interference be enough to make enough change in this matchup? Tiffany Stratton was only just starting to build some momentum until Nia Jax made her presence felt, and now Bayley up to the top rope, looking for the elbow drop once again into the pinfall. This has got to be it, surely. Bayley, no! Tiffany Stratton is somehow, someway still in this matchup. She's surviving. But if this connects, then Bayley could be heading to WrestleMania as the women's champion. Setting it up. Rose Plant connecting once more. Bayley into the cover. A new champion to be crowned. And Bayley has done it. Oh my goodness.
Here is your winner, and the new
Well, Bayley is the new WWE Women's Champion. And she's got a smirk on her face. Boos around the stadium. And ladies and gentlemen, as we close out the show just 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, we have the final boss, The Rock, heading down to the ring. So we've seen The Rock in the past few weeks, ever since the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. The Rock has decided to return here to WWE, and he's made his message clear. He's sick and tired of seeing the family name being dragged through the dirt, and he's sick and tired of seeing all of the infighting that has been happening over the past year or so. The likes of Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, all fighting within each other. And it seems like The Rock has decided that he is the man that needs to step up for the family. And he's been trying to insert himself into the WrestleMania main event to challenge for the WWE Undisputed Championship. And after last week, when Sami Zayn lost that championship back to main event Jey Uso, The Rock was just downtown in a local bar and decided to make his intentions known that he will be heading to WrestleMania, especially as he's on the board of directors at TKO. But let's see what he's got to say here.
2 weeks. 2 weeks until WrestleMania. 2 weeks until I take back what's mine. For a full year, The Rock has watched Jey Uso run around here calling himself the man, the leader for this family, the WWE Undisputed Champion. And you know what? For a second, The Rock almost started believing it. Almost. But then The Rock saw you lose that title. Time and time again. You spent the last year tearing this family apart, fighting your own blood, disrespecting the very foundation that made you. You burned the bridges, you turned your back on your family, and you lost. You lost to Kevin Owens. You lost to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, some nobody from the streets, a clown, a bum. And just like that, the mighty Jey Uso was exposed. Board of directors didn't like what they saw. The family didn't like what they saw. I didn't like what I saw. So The Rock made a decision, a business decision. You see, Jay, The Rock doesn't need to ask permission. The Rock doesn't need to earn a shot. The Rock simply takes what he wants. 2 weeks from now at WrestleMania, the final boss comes to collect.
Well, wouldn't be so sure about that, Rocky. Because here is the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion, a 3-time Undisputed Champion in this Universe Mode series, defeating Roman Reigns back at SummerSlam, then going on to defeat Kevin Owens, and then also Sami Zayn as well. So main event Jey Uso, he's had a tough time at trying to keep a hold of that championship, but he seems to always find a way to fight back and get it back around his waist. And now he has the ultimate task ahead of him before WrestleMania. But first of all, we know what's coming next here. Main event Jey Uso celebrating with the fans, about to yeet his way towards WrestleMania. But the final boss is looming. Can main event Jey Uso take down the final boss at WrestleMania? He did take down the Tribal Chief, but the final boss may be a little bit of a step higher, maybe a step too far. But only time will tell whether main event Jey Uso can remain standing tall on the grandest stage of them all.
Nah, Rock. You don't get to just show up 2 weeks before Mania and act like you run this place. You ain't been here. You ain't walked these miles. You ain't fought these fights. I ain't been holding it down just for you to waltz in and take it from me. Yeah, I lost the title to Sami. Yeah, I had to fight to get it back. But that don't change the fact that I am main event Jey Uso. And at WrestleMania, I'm going to prove it because I don't care who you are. Rock, you ain't taking this from me.
You done?
Well, hold on a second. What is this? Hold on. Rock bottom connecting onto main event Jey Uso. And well, now The Rock heading straight to the outside after laying Jey Uso out, and he's got a steel chair in hand here. This doesn't bode well for the champion, just 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. And at this rate, he may not even make it there, because The Rock has just buckled a steel chair across the spine of Jey Uso. But Jey Uso back to his feet now. I'm going to send The Rock over the top rope and crashing down to the floor below, a stunner onto the top rope. There's Jey Uso now just stalking The Rock. Just talking trash to The Rock here, but Jey Uso heading to the outside as The Rock heads back into the ring. Now The Rock telling Jey Uso to get back inside the ring. Jey Uso with a stop sign, but The Rock taking advantage. He had the higher ground. And now Jey Uso in big trouble. Belly to belly suplex connecting by the final boss. This is a bit of a teaser as to what's to come at WrestleMania, because The Rock wants to take the Undisputed Championship from Jey Uso. As he connects with that side Russian leg sweep, and now The Rock heading up to the top rope. He's not going to go for an Uso splash, is he? No, into a big elbow drop. Could almost say that's the people's elbow off the top rope. But Jey Uso now back to his feet. Fighting back here. Jey Uso never lies down lightly or easily. And now Jey Uso sending The Rock to the outside. Off the ropes. Suicide dive connecting by main event Jey Uso.